Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Readeropolis, neighbors. If you caught my last video, you already know that I am participating in CaribAThon 2026, the readathon celebrating Caribbean authors and literature running June 7th through June 21st. It's hosted by the wonderful Peta from Comfy Cozy Up and co-hosted by Karen from Run Right Reads. Links to both of their channels are in the video description box, and you should definitely go and check both of them out. Today, we're doing what you've been waiting for, the TBR. I'm excited, so let's just get into it. Now, I have to tell you that I put this list together in a super easy way. I remembered an article that I saw a while back on Oprah Daily. Yes, that Oprah. Her site published an article called 16 Books to Read to Celebrate Caribbean American Heritage Month. And here's the fun part. Our very own CaribAThon hosts, Karen and Peta, were actually mentioned in it. I will link the article in the description box, and I highly recommend that you read it. It's a good piece about Caribbean literature and why it matters. I used that article as my guide for my library's Libby app search, and it did not disappoint. Okay, let's on to book one, The Lesson by Cadwell Turnbull. Cadwell Turnbull hails from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and this debut novel is unlike anything I've recently come across. It follows the tense coexistence between the people of the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Edad, a powerful alien race conducting a mysterious research mission they won't fully disclose. It uses an alien invasion story to grapple with the violent history of colonialism in the Caribbean. And one reviewer described it as what you'd get if you had Franz Fanon write the world of the worlds, which to me was an interesting concept. So I'm sold on the premise already. And for bonus, the lesson is also going to count toward the Sci-Fi Summer Readathon hosted by Michelle over at the Seasons of Reading blog. That is another June readathon. So how perfect is that? I will link it in the description box too. So that's 2 readathons, 1 book, and I love an efficient TBR. Book 2, Everything Inside, Stories by Edwidge Danticat. Edwidge Danticat is a literary legend, and if you haven't read her yet, we need to fix that immediately. This collection of 8 stories focuses primarily on the lives of Haitian people living across the Caribbean, connected by themes of loss and search for identity. It examines how migration to and from the Caribbean shapes her characters, whether they're scrounging up savings to pay for ransom for a kidnapping, navigating youthful idealism, or trying to erase the horrors of immigrating to the United States by sea. It has been described as vast, moving, and intimate, exploring the full scope of human experience. I can't wait to dig in. I'm trying to read more short stories this year, and I think I'm a little bit behind on my schedule. So now I also have 2 bonus reads that I want to tell you about because, oh my God, your Jeep is so loud. Anyway, I'm outside. I have, let me see where it is. Let me get this right. I always tear this lady's name up. The first bonus read I'm going to read is The Wonderful Adventures of Mrs. Seacole in Many Lands by Mary Seacole. Now, some of you may know I've read this before, but I'm revisiting it this time with fresh eyes because I've been thinking about some interesting comparisons between Mary Seacole's story and Kristen Hanna's The Women, which I read for Military May last month. Both books center on women who served as healers in active war zones, Both books grapple with institutional exclusion and the erasure of women's contributions, and both books ask the same heartbreaking question: why do we make women fight so hard just to be remembered? I will probably be doing a dedicated comparison video on those two, so stay tuned for that. Bonus read number 2 is La Edad de Oro by José Martí. This is a children's magazine written by the Cuban poet and national hero José Martí. It's in the public domain. It's available free on Project Gutenberg. And I am going to be listening to the LibriVox audio recording in Spanish. That's right. I'm doing CaribAThon and my Spanish lessons all in one. Now, for any of you who are interested, there are both Spanish and English translated editions available. Not necessarily on LibriVox, but on other sites. So don't let the language be a barrier if you're interested in checking out those stories. I will put the link to the LibriVox audiobook in the description. Oh, and speaking of audiobooks, all 4 of these books I will be experiencing in audiobook format in honor of Audiobook Month. June is the month that keeps on giving. So I have CaribAThon, I have Sci-Fi Summer, I have Audiobook Month. I am all about maximizing June, people, maximizing it. Now, I need to come clean about something. That Oprah article also led me to 2 books that I actually own physical copies of. The Girl with the Hazel Eyes and Wide Sargasso Sea. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, just go ahead and read them. But here's the thing. I have no idea where they are. You see, at Readeropolis headquarters, physical books operate on a very particular schedule. They often appear in a season where I don't need them. These books appeared in the winter, and I need them now. It's June. So The Girl with the Hazel Eyes and Wide Sargasso Sea are currently somewhere in a box, on a shelf, in a pile, living their best mysterious lives far, far, far away from June. I am putting them officially on what I call my search list, which is exactly what it sounds like. Wish me luck. If you see them, please let me know. Tell them to come back and get on my primary bookshelf so we can have a serious talk. At any rate, that's it for my CaribAThon 2026 TBR. 4 reads, 2 readathons, 1 month, and approximately 0 idea where 2 of my physical books are. Are you participating in CaribAThon this year? What are you reading? Drop your TBR in the comments. Don't forget to check out the channels Comfy Cozy Up and Run Right Reads. Check out the season of reading blog for Sci-Fi Summer, and check out that Oprah Daily article. They're all linked below. Alright, that is it for today. The reading starts June 7th. I will see you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Happy reading, and as always, welcome to Readeropolis. Bye.